If you find yourself getting understeer, then you're not getting enough grip from the front tyres. It could mean that the car isn't being allowed to lean on the tyre, possibly caused by a front suspension that's too stiff, or maybe the front wing isn't producing enough downforce. Okay, the circuit is clear at the moment. We're good to go. All personnel be aware. Car leaving. There's only one lap of fuel remaining. So far, our fastest lap is a 1:4.7.
Just trying to sort it out at the moment, but like I said, here we go for some laps that started to come in thick and fast at the moment. Everyone obviously here from Paddy's stream, he's putting a good lap so far, sitting in P7 with a
Peggy 18.
Come on up, we got something for you.
We're fourth in the speed trap, 200.5 miles per hour.
This left-hander, where it is actually pretty hard to judge exactly your braking point in that turn there, and can prove difficult for a lot of these guys. An invalidated lap for him as well, so just to add there, an invalidated lap to his 3 laps that he's completed. The Mercedes now of Super Steve on an out lap, starting a flying lap, had that 15.8 in the first sector on his invalidated lap. Let's see if he can match that in his second invalidated lap here in that Mercedes. Let's see if he can do it. Paddy Pat, I think, going on another lap behind Super Steve here. So 4 laps on these soft tyres. Evil Prime out on the medium tyres as well. Super Steve, like I said, coming around on the lap, 16.0 in the first sector, so 2 tenths slower than his last time. Let's see if he can match his middle sector time or go faster if possible. So still 12th to 19th, still yet to complete a lap. Esports Fame with a disqualification as well. So he'll start the Grand Prix from P19. So let's see, the validated lap for Evil Prime on those medium tyres as well. SpongeBob at 1:17.1, so obviously a slower lap. He'll go again to see if he can go better. Super Steve on a lap at the moment that we saw before. Let's see if he can go start a good flying lap and get one on the board at the moment. Just currently sitting P16 at 28.3 in the middle sector, matching most of these guys up the top. Only 2,000 slower than Beck in P2. So let's see where this will put him. Goes across the line, slots himself into P3 with a 1:04.0. So these times already heading into the 1:03s with Beck and Resliamo all the way down to the 1:03.6. So an amazing lap from him. What else can we see from these guys? Can we see a lot more of these laps into the 1:03s? That is the important question. And what will we see? A yellow flag through sector 1 for, I believe it is that Super Steve going just a little bit slow. But yeah, let's see what these guys can do. These guys, obviously, like I said before, a lot of these guys tier 1 drivers from last season. Tier 1 drivers from last season. Obviously not being able to make the Australia times that we gave for League 1 and League 2, so sliding into the Euro F1 League and putting in some amazing laps so far. We've seen the Testament did some amazing stuff as well. The real heroinid, is that how you say it? Wait, what's your PSN? I'll invite you because no one else seems to be responding to me. I'll invite you if you want. What's your PSN? Wait. Yeah, because these guys... Oh, you're Dino. Okay, wait, I don't have you on PSN. I don't think, because I went to invite you before, but I don't have you on PSN.
Standing by.
I don't think... Oh, there, I do, yeah. Stuff in the back there. It's unfair. That's what Jonathan Cox is doing. Jonathan Cox is starting from the back. Robbie's retired, starting from the back as well, so it's a bit more fair. The reserve starting from the back. But Resliamo topping the timing charts at the moment with a 1:03.6. Let's see if anyone else can match him, as it's SpongeBob currently slitting in P3 after that lap. Slots into P3 and heading into the pits now. The Alfa Romeo of RR3 Chartman on a lap at the moment, starting a flying lap, finishing at 17th faster than the last flying lap, sorry. That was a 1:04.7 there for himself. So we now have a 20-man lobby with Dino joining. We'll have 20 for the race. He won't be able to join us for qualifying, but let's see what happens later on in this Q1 session with 5 minutes left. What can these guys do? We'll see towards the end of the session. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race, I think, with these guys, and it's going to be an interesting comeback from these guys at the back. Jonathan Cox v Robbie, very, very quick drivers, and they are going to be starting from the back. They're going to be hunting through the grid. Maybe we can see a massive comeback from those guys. Maybe we can see a very competitive race here. With RO3 Chartman on another flying lap here, 15.9 in the first sector, taken down on a few of those drivers up on the top. 15.8 in the first sector for Wesley Ammo, who is up the top, but critically 2 tenths slower in the middle sector from Beck in the Haste, sorry. But just gets it in the last sector, going 4 tenths faster than Beck. So Beck maybe can improve that last sector and try to get that lap time a little bit down. And try and match Rezema out in front as it's the Alpine.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
There we go, starting another flying lap again. Tempo 45, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to ARG Racing Network here for ARG Racing. Euro F1 League this morning. Should be a great competitive race coming very shortly. As Dino is in the qualifying session, he's not going to complete a lap, but Jonathan Cox saying he's doing an installation lap, okay? Try it, I'm joking. Big Rugby, not doing so. Yeah, so all these reserves won't be doing a flying lap. They'll be staying there. Like I said, they'll be doing on the hunt to get some good position gained in the race. But these guys, not many guys out on track at the moment. It's a short track, obviously. As you can see, those lap times 104, 103 around Austria. So they can come out really last minute and then go on a flying lap. So it's really, really quick. But you don't want to get stuck in traffic. That's the important question. We saw it in qualifying in Hungary last night with traffic right at the end of the lap. That's what you don't want to get here in Austria for a turn. That turn 9 to 10 area where there's that little straight, as you can see. That's where you don't want to get stuck. That's where most of the traffic will build up, and you don't want to be too close, obviously, behind someone, and obviously you don't want to miss out like Sergio Perez did last night. You don't want to stay too close and then miss out on that qualifying session if you go out really late. So a lot of these drivers will just play it safe, go out and just stay safe, get out, do a lap, do their fastest lap, and that's it. RC7 with all the time in the pits. As we see these guys start to come out on the track, we see the Ferrari of, I don't know what Ferrari that is, maybe Tomo, maybe, no, is that a Ferrari or not Ferrari? Yeah, it is a Ferrari, so it is Tomo. Tomo on a flying, on an out lap at the moment. We see Chucklebubbles on a flying lap in that Alpine, just in a little bit of danger from escaping before a few guys retired, but now there's 5 guys in the bottom 5 all retired from the session, so I think these guys will choose to stay in the pits for the moment and for the rest of the session, as they are all safe through to Q2, all 15 of them. So good to see. This is our 3rd full grid of the weekend, so yeah, it's great to see these guys filling in these seats and eager to race, and 3rd full grid of the weekend. ARG, we've really grown. I'm really happy to see everyone getting along in Discord. And yeah, it's really getting ARG with the high morale. So it's really good to see all these grids starting to fill up as well. Yeah, we're here for obviously the Euro F1 League. Yeah, it's the 3rd race of the weekend, like I said, but so much more. To come here for ARG Racing Network this weekend with League 1 coming tonight with the full qualifying and 50%. Make this a great weekend here for ARG here in round 1. Rezamo Q1 top of the timing charts with a 103.6 at the moment. Welcome on into the stream, everyone. Like I said before, if you are new around here, make sure to join us on Discord as well. Discord found in the link of our Twitch channel, and I will post it in the chat when I do get a chance as well. So if you're interested in getting involved with ARG, if you want to race in this league, make sure to get involved as well, and join the Discord and get involved. So it should be a great start to this season for ARG as well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer in the end of this one, as there is I believe no time left in qualifying for these guys to do laps, most of them in the pits, so that is it for their qualifying sessions, and that will be it for Q1. Q2 coming up, where these guys will look to get their fastest lap on the newest set of tyre possible, where you'll start the Grand Prix on the tyre you qualify on in Q2. The strategies are going to be a big thing in this one, with the tyres being the second softest in the Pirelli range, that middle range that we have. So the C2 hard, C3 medium, and C4 soft. So the soft
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 4.0.
Stretched out maybe till about lap 10 or 11. Laps here 36. The question is if they can go from medium to soft, and if the softs will hold up, and I'm not 100% sure if they will. Will it be medium to hard? Will it be medium to soft? Will people have to go soft? That's the question, but we will see that come into play in Q2. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what these guys have on offer in this qualifying session. Tomo, the only guy out on track at the moment, still on a flying lap. Follow on board with him, seeing what he can do at the end of this session. Invalidated lap anyway, so the session is over. It was a 15.8 for V Robbie in the first sector, who has retired after being a reserve driver, so choosing not to complete a lap. The fastest in the first sector, fastest in the second sector, Beck with a 28.3. And the fastest in the third sector, of course, our man Resley Ammo with a 19.419, 2/10 faster than Beck in P2. So it's a great session there. A few drivers putting in some amazing laps. 3 drivers entering the 103s with that top 3 drivers. Then Chuckle Brothers just missing out with the 104.006 as well. So that is the end of Q1. Just waiting for these guys to get into the pits as we speak. So Q2 will be coming very shortly. From ARG Racing, Euro F1 League, the third race of the weekend so far here on ARG Racing Network. But we've also had ARL and Interstellar Racing League as well on here, which has been great. There's some great races, and that's just made this weekend as well very, very great weekend so far. Loads of Storm just going on the gravel there. But like I said, end of Q1 here, entering Q2 very shortly. Tominator on the flying lap, apparently, not sure why, still on a flying lap. Lotus Storm at a time, and the short he retired on track with his spin. If he did retire with his spin, he will be out of qualifying for the next qualifying. But like I said, end of qualifying, we'll be able to see what these guys can do, and we'll be able to see what these guys can do in the next session there in Q2, starting the race on the tyre they qualify in Q2. So we'll be back shortly with ARG Racing Euro F1 League Q2 action here live on ARG Racing Network.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then. Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Here we are for Q2 action here live on ARG Racing Network. Euro F1 League, like I said, the third race here for ARG this weekend, but the 5th stream so far this weekend in the matter of 2 days that we've done here, commentating some great league racing. So let's see what these guys, the second last race of the weekend, of course, and of the ARG weekend, 4 races a weekend with Friday Night League, League 2, League 1, and the Euro F1 League as well. So yeah, great season we're going to have here for ARG Racing. Looking forward to every single second of it. Here we are for Q2.
Checks complete. All personnel be aware, we have a car leaving.
Quickest lap on. Let me know what strategies you think in the comments below. What you think the strategy for this race will be. These guys looking like a lot of them are coming out on the medium tyre, and as you can see there, a fair few of them choosing the medium tyre. Chuckle Brothers there out on the soft compounded tyre. So yeah, the strategies are going to make a big difference. We know that. We know every time a race race happens, and F1 in general. Strategies make a big difference. So let's see how that comes into play. Ends up one. Welcome to the stream. You'll be looking for a spot, of course. Always welcome when you're driving into ARG, so make sure if you're new around here, join the Discord, get involved. Ends up if you want to get a trial from obviously one of our stewards, make sure to visit the get started section of our Discord. If one of our stewards will be in touch shortly in terms of trialing, but given it's round one, all 20 in every single league seats full, which is great to see here in ARG, and so far 3 full lobbies of racing here in ARG this weekend, so looking good for this season. As we are here for some flying laps around Austria for Q2, so let's see what these guys have on offer. Beck, the first flying lap on the mediums, let's see what he can do, and start us off in this session. Let's see what he can do in terms of a flying lap and getting through to Q3, sorry, on that medium compound of tyre, the yellow stripe tyre, the second slowest in the early range. Been the slowest out of the 3 on offer for the weekend. RC7 with a lap around here, starting us off with the first flying lap here. After Beck, I believe it is, no, who's after Beck? Williams, sorry, of Loaded Storm behind him. So let's go on board with Beck for the final part of his flying lap, coming through turn 9 at the moment, final turn 11, turn 10, sorry, going all the way wide on the apex there, going across the line, a 1:04.1 for him. Great lap on those medium tyres from Beck. Sets himself into P1 for now. Let's see if he can hold it off. Loaded Storm coming across the line from a validated lap. He'll do another one. Let's see who else can do another lap. Seeing if they can match Beck out in front. It's a medium tyre for the other half of RC7. Crossing the line at the moment. It's a 1:04.7 for him, 6/10 down on his teammate, the Alpine, the Williams, I believe it is, of Evil Prime, slots in to P2 with a 1:04.6 to 10 faster than RC7 there in P3. Super Steve, 1:22.8. He'll start another flying lap now. Chuckle Brothers in P2 with a 1:04.3 on that soft compound of tyre. So the soft tyre runners are going to look to go faster than the medium tyre runners, obviously being the faster tyre in the set, like we said. They want to get some fast laps on the soft tyres, securing their spot. But starting the race on the newest set of soft tyres possible, you could possibly go 2 laps in the medium tyre, maybe even 3, and still be safe to go through to maybe laps 15 or 20 in this race. But the soft tyre, you don't want to be doing 3 or 4 laps on it. You want to be going a bit,
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
The fastest lap as you can on that. Beck goes across the line with a 1:03.6 in the medium tyre. He did a 1:03.6 on the soft tyre. Does that mean he can go a lot faster on the soft tyre? We'll have to wait and see that come into play a little bit later. Look at that train coming through the final turns of the lap with the Williams on Evil Prime. No, it is the other Williams of who's the other Williams? A Fish Reed crossing the line. A 1:04.7 on the medium tyres. Other lap times coming in now of Paddy Pat. 1:04.3 on the soft tyre, slots himself into P4. The Chuckle Brothers moving into P2 with a 1:03.9 on the medium tyre. Another driver entering those 1:03s. So Q3 is going to be a very interesting session to see what these guys can produce. Tominator coming across the line now. Very quick driver of Tominator. 1:04.6 for him, slots himself into P5 in the medium tyres. And this is where the catastrophe comes in, is whether you will have to go out again. So if all these guys that are sitting currently P5, 6 and 7, after they see SpongeBob all the way down to Loaded Storm complete a lap, will they have to go out again and see to see if a soft tyre run obviously will secure their place in Q3? So that's the important question. Residamo goes across the line with a 1:03.4 on that medium compound of tyre. Great lap from him, taking that first position there for securing basically his spot in Q3. As Mad Nathan, a retirement from the session with a 1:04.4, so he'll be out of qualifying in either way of Q3. But a 1:04.4, it's obviously moves it a bit down because he will be out of qualifying. But let's see what these guys can do, as a few of these guys on flying late. SpongeBob and 4K yet to complete a lap, as well as Loaded Storm still in the pits with a validated lap on his first lap. So we're all on board with Ferrari of Tominator on a slow lap at the moment. No, he's on a slow lap. Who else is on a flying lap? Paul K, the earliest one on track that will be completing his lap. So we'll go on board with him. A medium tyre run for Paul K. Joined us late last season in Tier 1. Finished off the season on a high. Can he start this one off on a high? That's the most important question. Coming through turn 9, I believe it is at the moment. Yeah, with this one. 9 and 10 here, this part where you will encounter traffic if everyone goes out at the same time. Paul K crossing the line with a 104.1. Great lap from him, slots himself into P4. The fastest of the medium tyre runners, obviously Reziamo with a 103.4. Beck only 2 tenths behind, a 103.6. So let's see, that battle's going to be great throughout the race. Let's see if they can challenge each other in the race. Have a great battle out there. It's SpongeBob coming across the line on that medium tyre with invalidated lap, starting another flying lap here. Let's see what he can produce. Another invalidated lap, so obviously this and next lap, his first qualifying lap. Let's see what he can do later on in the session. The Mercedes of Super Steve crossing the line now, starting a flying lap as well. So these flying laps just consistently coming out in this session, with the Red Bull of Lotus Storm now starting on out lap, and we'll start a flying lap 2 very shortly.
Our best lap so far is a 1:03.9.
Let's see what he can do. For 100th down his lap time, Paul K on another flying lap, coming through turn 9 now. Will he complete another flying lap, or will he just enter the pits? Entering the pits looks like for Paul K. Lotus Storm starting a flying lap, so we'll go on board with him. Let's see what he can do at the start of his flying lap. Again, another driver that this and next lapped his qualifying session, so he's cost himself some good laps from that tyre set.
We're 13th in the speed trap, 200.7 miles per hour.
Now, will he go into the pits? This Formula E engine in my car is annoying. Yeah, they sound pretty weird actually. They're very, very weird, these engines that they put into this game. They sound very, very strange. And very, very different. Let's see, Lotus Storm, what he can do. Yet to complete a lap with SpongeBob on a lap at the moment. After this and next lapping his qualifying lap on his first run. Let's see if he can improve on this one. Coming through turn 3.
Track is quiet right now. Let's get out on track while it's clear.
On that straight turn 3, that corner, and turn 3 to 4 here, you will receive DRS. Obviously, coming into turn 4, medium speed corner, heavy downhill braking zone. Into all the way, you'll see him going down into second gear for that one. And then turn 5, high speed, flat out through the throttle, 5th, getting up to 5th gear, now 7th, into turn 6, high speed, high braking, heavy braking zone, and hard to judge that turn, especially coming into 7 now, and 8, a high speed chicane coming through there, and a medium braking. You really don't have to brake once you're on the exit of the corner, upshifting a fair few times into those turns. It's SpongeBob not completing this lap, going into the pits, so not sure his strategy wise there, maybe choosing to go into the softs now, changing up his strategy a bit after this and next lapping his qualifying lap before. As a few guys out on track at the moment, Tominator will start a flying lap shortly. The Mercedes of Super Steve will start a, no, he's going into the pits. The Alfa Romeo will start a flying lap of R03 Chapo, no finishing a flying lap at the moment. It's weird because might have been just changing strategy, or maybe an invalidation that we didn't see. But yeah, let's see what he can do later on in the session. The Alpine of Paddy Pat, let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can produce in this, coming through turn 2 at the moment. In the Alpine, currently sitting P7 on the soft tyre. We want to go a little bit faster to secure his spot in Q3 here. It was a 16-0 in the first sector, 2 tenths down on Vesliamo out in front, half a tenth down on the driver in front of RC7. So let's see what he can do in the second sector, coming through turn 6 at the moment. This is where you will get the second sector marker. 2 tenths down on his lap time now, Patterson. He will have to gather it back in the second sector with an invalidation of his lap there through the 7-8 chicane. So there's more to come here for this Q2 session. 4 minutes 15 left of this session. Let's see what these guys can do. Lotus Storm in the final lap now, yet to complete a lap. Let's see what he can do. And after him, 2 Williams of Offic Reed, and Eva Prime doing some flying laps as well. Let's see Lotus Storm coming across the line for his first flying lap. Let's see if he can enter those 103s on the soft tyre. 104.3 tenths faster than his last lap time. Slotted into P11. Fish Reed crossing the line now. A 104.4 for him puts him P9. So these lap times very close to each other. This is great to see. All the way from even P basically P4, P3 even, P2 even, you can say, 1 second the gap. So it's great to see this battle out on track at the moment. Tomo on a slow in-lap on track at the moment. 3 minutes 23 left of the session, so these guys will start to get those blankets off in about a minute, get out on the track and complete a lap, getting themselves through to Q3, and especially these guys who are in danger of leaving us in Q2 here in the last 4 positions that need to be taken here in this qualifying session due to Toys R Us and Mad Nathan both being, so it's only 3 positions, both being unable to get out of this session without retiring. So it is going to be positions that are going to be obviously given to the Q3 session, with drivers obviously that are the drivers doing their fastest lap obviously in this session. Whoever is the 10 fastest will be going through to Q3, but if one of those drivers is Mad Nathan, there will be 9 drivers progressing into the next session. So let's see what these guys can do coming into the later stages of this qualifying session. It's SpongeBob on a lap at the moment, Evil Prime on a lap at the moment as well, Lotus Storm on a lap as well, and Paddy Pat 89 TTV on a lap as well. So let's see these guys. A few drivers start to come out of the pits as well. RR3 Chartman in the Alfa Romeo, they're out, coming out of the pits at the moment as well, so let's see what he can do in this one. As these guys, like I said, starting to come out of the pits. Let's see what they can produce in this one. It's SpongeBob with a 107.5. Let's see if he can go faster. So obviously switching to the soft tyre now, needs a faster lap than on the medium. So let's see what he can do on a flying lap, second flying lap at the moment. The Williams of Fish Reed are in the pits. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Paddy Pat on a flying lap now. Let's see if he can go faster. Going across the line in a moment, a 104.3 for him, 600 faster than his previous lap time. So that it's not safe yet. He'll need to slow down a bit. Maybe this lap go again in a few moments for another lap, because that is not going to secure him a spot if these guys down in the bottom 4 can improve. So much more to come. Let's see what these guys can do. 1 minute 16 left of this session. If people don't start coming out now, they will miss out in this qualifying session, and basically if you haven't pressed go to track now, you will be missing out with 1 minute 6 left of the session. This is what we will see at the end of this qualifying session, and all three guys, so Fish Reed is out of qualifying, joining at SpongeBob across the line with a 103.5 in the soft tyre, matching his teammate there, missing out by a few hundredths of a second, with one few thousandths even. That's how close it is. But 2 drivers that now are out, Toys R Us, Mad Nathan, both out of qualifying. They would have been either, even if they made it through, but Mad Nathan, even if he was in the top 10 with that lap time, would have been not through to Q3. But it is now Paddy Pat on the cusp of elimination. He has the time to do another flying lap with 23 seconds left of this session. Let's see what he can do, if he can get to the line in 19 seconds. Super Steve.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 3.9.
Oh no, it is in the pits. Lucky it's in the pits. I thought it was on track, because if it was on track, that will take you out of the next qualifying session. RR3 Charman slots into P7. That'll put him through to the next session, I believe, because RC7, oh no, he did make it to the line. Fish Reed will not make it to the line. The session is now over, as you can see there. So the only guys that will be completing a lap are RC7 and Loaded Storm now. Let's see what they can do as these drivers start to enter the pits. At the moment, Loaded Storm and the only driver out on track now. It goes into the wall, so Lotus Storm is out of qualifying, and that is qualifying done. Paddy Pat out of qualifying in P11, wasn't able to improve his lap time in the Alpine there, but slots into P11, is out of qualifying, and that is our top 10 for this Q2 session, who will be progressing through to Q3. We had finished to that one with Loaded Storm going into the wall there. What an eventful qualifying we've had so far, ladies and gentlemen. 10 drivers progressing now through to Q3 here in Austria, trying to do their fastest laps and start obviously on that position that they all want to start on in P1. So let's see what these guys can do in later stages of Q3, and that's what we'll be waiting to see from these guys. It's going to be an interesting end to this session, and it's going to be a great race as well with these battles. You can see how close these times are, all the way from P1 all the way down to 14th place. Only a second and 2/10 separates them all. So it's going to be a great race, great racing from these guys. Hopefully we can see some great battles, clean battles most importantly, on track. It's a weird track with one. I can almost guarantee someone's going to have damage on turn 1, which is not what we like to see. So yeah, going to be a very different qualifying session. Race. Sorry. If you do take damage on lap 1, it's going to be changing your strategy a lot. But that's it for the Q2, and we'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen, for the Q3 session, which 10 drivers will be trying to get, obviously, their fastest laps on the newer set of soft compound tyre, of course. Not even the newer set, even if they have some old sets. Trying to get the fastest lap time on the soft set of tyre, and ultimately starting to think about that critical pole position that they all want, sitting at that top, starting on the front row of the grid. That is the overall aim of this race, the drag race down to turn 1. You know it from Austria. It's a short way down to turn 1, but can lead to damage, and if it does, it's going to be danger for those guys starting and changing up their strategies. But we'll be back shortly for Q3 here, ARG Racing, and we're covering Racing Euro F1.
Are you looking for an enjoyable Formula One experience? Well, ARG Racing is the place for you. ARG Racing offers many clean, competitive, and enjoyable racing leagues for you. Do you have what it takes? Visit us on Discord to get out on track. See you then.
Paddy Pat saying that they're perfectly starting P11 free choice of tyre, and it's a perfect position. If you want to start out of the top 10, you obviously want to be starting 11th, free choice of tyre, and it's high up on the grid if you don't make it through to Q3. So he'll get a free choice of tyres. It'll be interesting to see what he picks. Will it be the mediums? Will it be the softs? Will it be the hards? Who knows? Strategies all being different around here, and it is going to be interesting to see the strategies coming out from these lads. A lot of them starting to come out on track now. It's the Haas of Beck 9000, the first man out on track to start a flying lap. So we'll go on board with him, seeing what he can produce in this
When
session.
you're ready, let's go.
Interesting. Nathan is out. Yes, he did have a retirement in that session. After doing a lap time, did retire and wasn't able to get through to Q3. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see these comeback drives from someone like a Mad Nathan, who is a great and capable driver to put in some great lap times. It's going to be a great comeback drive, and even the reserve drivers we have, Dino, Jonathan Cox and V Robbie, all very, very quick drivers who will be on the comeback from the back of the grid, as reserve drivers will be on the chase. So let's see what they can do in this session as well. Beck 9000, first flying lap of the session. Let's see what he can do. Crossing turn 10 now, sorry, and starting his flying lap, turn 14 I said, because Bahrain last night. But Beck 9000 starting and flying that turn 1, medium speed corner, heavy braking zone all the way down into 4th gear there for Beck, coming through this one here. We'll turn on his telemetry so we can see what he is doing at the moment. Coming into turn 2, just high speed flat out, obviously 8th gear corner, purple sector starting us off with a 15.9 in that first sector. Let's see what these guys can do. P7 takes the purple sector to Evil Prime, purple sector in the first sector. Coming into turn 4 for Beck here, another medium speed corner, heavy downhill braking for him all the way wide on the apex. 15.8 for Resliamo in the middle sector, so it's been a battle between Beck and Resliamo throughout the whole qualifying session. So let's see if these guys can have a battle out in qualifying at the moment. 28.2 for him in the middle sector. Let's see what Beck can do coming up to turn 9 now. This right-hander, medium speed corner all the way down to the 6th gear, 7th gear, upshifting and downshifting through that corner for Beck, crossing this final apex, going across the line. 103.6, what a competitive lap time from him. Evil Prime coming across the line now, will go across the line with a 103.9, so entering the 103s as well for him. RR3 Chartman crossing the line now for a flying lap. Another Haas Varsity 7 crossing the line at 104.8 as well. The Alpha Tauri crossing the line of Resliamo, taking provisional pole with a 103.4, going 2 tenths faster than Beck in that one there. Super Steve on 106.2. He'll need to improve on that if he wants to start up higher on the grid. But that was a 15.7 from Tominator in the first sector as well, so we'll go on board with him. 15.7 in the first sector, 2 tenths faster then Super Steve in the first sector, who was slower, but we've got the exact same sector times for Tomo and Rezamo in the first sector, an invalidated lap for Tomo. No, it wasn't, sorry, fourth for Tomo, didn't show me his second and third sector time, but fourth for him, 104.3 for him there. The Williams of Chuckle Brothers starting a flying lap now, 109 validated lap for him. Let's see if he can keep it in the track limits on this one, trying to improve his lap of 103.7 now for Evil Prime, improves by
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
On his lap time, RO3 Chartman crossing the line, P5 for him, a spin there for Super Steve on his flying lap, who was pretty quick actually, 16.1 in the first sector. It's compared to the other guys, actually a few tenths down, but still competitive. Second sector was 28.4, almost faster than anybody by just a couple of hundredths of a second. So all these guys are very close to each other in terms of lap time. So it's going to be interesting to see this end of the session. A validated lap fade SpongeBob starting another flying lap now. Let's see what he can produce. It might have been, no, it wasn't. Let's see what he can produce. He was fast in that session before. Let's see what he can do. Tomo Nate across the line, starting another flying lap now. 103.9 for him on that second flying lap. Great lap time from him. He enters the 109 as well. Let's see what he can do. A purple sector again for him in the first sector. For that final flying lap he did there. The Alpha Romeo of RO3 Charman heading into the pits, and they all will be finishing up these flying laps now. If they haven't already done one, they will be coming out very shortly. 6 minutes 52 left of the session. It's Beck with the 103.4 topping the timing charts at the moment. See what these guys can do. So all of them heading into the pits at the moment. Take a refresher, and we'll get on a new set of the slick soft compound tyres, receiving a new set in the Q3 session if you do make it through. So most of them will have obviously the spare if they did start on the medium tyre, because they will have only used one in the first session. The medium tyre in the second, then having 2 sets of the new softs in this session. Now it's SpongeBob slots into P4 with a 103.7, so all these lap times, like I said, pretty close. These guys will look further down the grid, will look to improve on their lap times. Let's see what they can do. The Williams and Chuckle Brothers crossing the line now, 600s faster, almost 700s faster. This lap time stays P6 with a 103.9 as well. So him entering the 103s as well. 6 drivers in the 103s now. So guys, starting to put in some lap times, like I said. But yeah, it's awesome to see these guys starting to put in some good lap times and seeing what these guys have on offer for this session. It's going to be great at the end of this session and seeing what these guys are capable of as well, and seeing what they can do. So let's see, as we see Chuckle Brothers on a lap at the moment, invalidated lap as you see there. Yeah, you can see a lot of coming out of Discord at the moment. Just seeing just seeing some messages coming through from the paddock for a guy saying some good laps are coming through. So let's see what these guys can do as they come through this qualifying 3 session, starting to come out on some second time laps now. So let's see what these guys can do. Yeah, it's we're going to see these guys obviously starting some new flying laps now on the new set of tyres. Like I said, starting on a new, new set of tyres that they say for this session. And let's see what these guys can do on the new set of tyres. Obviously going to be faster than a used set of tyres. And let's see, Rezamo entering the pits after going, looked like just an installation lap for him. I didn't think he did a flying lap there. But let's see how long left of the session. 4 minutes 26 left of the session, so we've got a few minutes left to see what these guys can produce. It's Beck over the line, starting another flying lap as we'll follow on board with him. And we'll take a listen to his car. So we'll go on board with Beck and listen in on board with him what his car has on offer.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:03.9. All set. Everyone clear? Car to track.
a spin for Beck, but he has taken provisional pole by a tenth of a second now, has Beck. So let's see what these guys can do in this session. As a lot of these guys start to come out on some flying laps now, and one of them not yet, oh he is now, Resliamo being one of them, starting a flying lap very, very shortly. Going to be interesting to see what these guys can do in this session, as it's the final few moments on the dying embers of this qualifying session. Let's see what these guys can do in this session. It's the fastest sector so far for, I believe it is Resliamo in P2, fastest sector 2, fastest sector 1, but Beck just takes it out in sector 3 there. So let's see what these guys can do. Maravaro 3 Chartman with a retirement exactly the same place that Beck had the spin. So let's see how that impacts things, where RR3 Chartman will start his lap. It is an outlap for SpongeBob, so RR3 Chartman in the pits at the moment, obviously with the retirement. And also Evil Prime, who's still in the pits. 2 minutes left of the session, still has time to come out. These guys starting to start some flying laps now. Chuckle Brothers on a lap at the moment. Let's see what he can do. Starting a flying lap now. These flying laps are going to start to come out thick and fast now, as these, like I said, these guys starting some flying laps. Tomo starting a flying lap at the moment. These guys towards the end of their outlaps, warmed their tyres, getting ready for their final lap of the qualifying. These guys that are starting their flying laps now will have 2 laps to get their fastest lap, because they have obviously timed it perfectly. But we'll follow on board to Chuck Brothers, the guy who is the earliest man out on track, who will be completing a flying lap for us, and being able to complete this flying lap for us. Let's see what he can do. A 15.9 in the first sector, 10th down on Beck in that first sector. Second sector 28.4, so 3/10ths down on Beck in that middle sector. But let's see what these guys can do. A 15.7 for Paul K in the middle sector, so he's improved on his previous lap time, I believe. So let's see what he can do. Validated lap in the final turn for Chuckle Brothers. He won't be able to complete a lap. Paul K, a retirement from the session as well, as Tominator has to go all the way around him. Might have compromised his lap a little bit. Tominator, it was a 15.7 in the first sector. An invalidated lap on the final turn as well. So that's 2 validated laps on the final turn. So he'll have to start another flying lap as well. He won't be able to get around. So that is it for Tomo, that he will not be able to complete another lap. It's all down for these guys out in front now. So Tomo's done. Chuckle Brothers is basically done as well. He will not be able to get there in 30 seconds either, I believe. So it's going to be down to these 2 Alpha Tauris out in front.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
Resliamo, who will start a flying up now, 5 seconds slow on that lap, so he's obviously pulled out of that one a little bit. Let's see a little bit of a snap there on the exit of turn 1. Let's see if he can improve this lap and get a great pole position story here for himself, crossing that sector marker at the moment of 15.862 in that first sector for himself. 2 purple sectors for it's SpongeBob, and that lap has put him in P3. Resliamo just a few thousandths down on his teammate in the first sector. It is the end of qualifying now. Let's see if these lap times can reach closer to those 102s. I don't think we're going to be seeing 102s, of course, but let's see if these lap times can improve. Beck is finished qualifying, so that is it. It's all down to Resliamo, the second sector marker at 28.2 in the second sector. That is a 10th and a half down on Beck in that middle sector. Let's see if he can improve on that last sector. It was a 19.3 for Beck in that final sector. Resliamo, I think he will be a little bit down on his previous lap time. Let's see what he can do. He will cross the line. Let's see where he goes. He'll stay second fastest, improving by 6 thousandths of a second. Super Steve crossing the line, stays 7th fastest as well. It's SpongeBob on a lap at the moment. Let's see if he can improve a 10th down in sector 2. Let's see the final lap of this Q3 session. Crosses the line, stays P3. Oh no, he goes fastest lap. It's SpongeBob takes pole position. 103.2 takes pole, and he will start on the front row of the grid alongside Beck. I think Chuckle Brothers might have got to the end of his lap, so he might be able to complete this lap. I didn't think he would have got to the end of that 30-second time limit he had. Crosses the line, jumps a few positions there. In SpongeBob, in the dying embers of that qualifying session, has just taken pole position from Beck and Resliamo, who were wrong for that entire session, and have taken it out, taken that pole position from them. And it's SpongeBob will start in the front row alongside Beck 9000. What a qualifying session there, ladies and gentlemen. That has finished us off on a high. And yeah, that's perfectly what we need for this, to get us excited for this race coming very shortly now here in Austria, for for this one here. It's going to be an interesting race as well, with a lot of these drivers obviously with some different alternate strategies as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys can do. It's going to be interesting to see the strategies they choose. And yeah, it's going to be an all-time good time to watch these guys out on track. But now, without further ado, it's time to see what these guys have on offer. Like I said, it's time for the Austrian Grand Prix. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Austria, as something has happened to the lobby as I see that. But we are here in Austria for this one and for this session here in Austria for the Euro F1 League in ARG Racing Season 3 here. So it's all to play for here in this race. It's a little bit has happened to the lobby as we've taken a break. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But Austria, very competitive race, 4.3 kilometers of circuit, 10 turns, 3 DRS zones, plenty of opportunity through the overtaken elevation through Sector 2 as well. So it's all to play for here in Austria. It's going to be a great race to see what these guys have on offer. And we're going to be seeing these guys out on track very shortly, as we just see a few troubles with the lobby at the moment.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. Radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights. OK, clear. DRS is now enabled. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. Gap to teammate behind is 34.1 seconds. Yellow flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. The track is clear. Green flag. OK, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Understood, copy that. Go, go, go. We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our strategy. Return the position immediately or we will be penalised. There is no overtaking during the safety car period. Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Green flag. We're leading our teammate by 2.8 seconds. Okay, good work, great pass. Good pace, you're catching the car in front by a second per lap. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now, just be careful. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Caution, caution. Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green. Okay, clear. A new strategy is available on the MFD. There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time and there are no plans for a safety car right now. Yellow flag. Green flag. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace. The pit box is currently full. Stay out on track, stay out on track. Go now. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Right, pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap. Okay, clear. Gap to teammate behind is 4.0 seconds. Brilliant. Nice move. We've been awarded a time penalty that will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Green flag. Caution, caution. Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay within 10 car lengths of the next car. Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. OK, clear. We're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 2.2 seconds. OK, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. Green flag. We're trailing our teammate by 9.0 seconds. Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. At the moment, the car behind us is lapping faster than us by around 1 second per lap. Caution, caution. Okay, clear. This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Green flag. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Okay, gap ahead is 2.8 seconds. This is your final lap of the race.